Number 1. The Great Pyramid of Giza, also known as the Pyramid of Khufu or Cheops, is the oldest and largest of the three pyramids in the Giza Pyramid Complex. It is located on the Giza Plateau, on the outskirts of Cairo, Egypt. Construction of the Great Pyramid began around 2580 BCE during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu and was completed around 2560 BCE. The Great Pyramid stands at approximately 481 feet (146 meters) tall and is composed of around 2.3 million limestone and granite blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons. The pyramid was designed as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, who ruled during the 4th dynasty of the Old Kingdom of Egypt. The Great Pyramid is an architectural marvel, having been the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years. It is also considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The pyramid was constructed using a combination of both manual labor and simple machines, such as ramps and levers. Throughout history, the Great Pyramid has been the subject of various theories, including claims that it was built by extraterrestrials or that it contains hidden chambers containing advanced technology. However, most Egyptologists and archaeologists agree that the pyramid was built by skilled Egyptian workers following the orders of Pharaoh Khufu. Today, the Great Pyramid remains an important historical site and a popular tourist attraction in Egypt. Visitors can enter the pyramid through a narrow passage called the Queen's Chamber, which leads to a burial chamber containing a granite sarcophagus. The pyramid's construction and design continue to be studied by archaeologists and engineers, offering insight into the ancient Egyptians' knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, and engineering. Number 2.
The Hanging Gardens of Babylon are one of the ancient 7 wonders of the world. Legend has it that these lush and extravagant gardens were built in the ancient city of Babylon, near present-day Hilla, Babel province, in Iraq. However, there is ongoing debate among historians and archaeologists about their exact location and even whether they truly existed in the form described by ancient texts. According to historical accounts, the gardens were built by King Nebuchadnezzar to around 600 BCE. The king supposedly constructed them to please his wife, Amytis of Media, who missed the green hills and valleys of her homeland. To recreate the beauty of her homeland, Nebuchadnezzar is said to have commissioned the construction of terraced gardens adorned with a variety of trees, shrubs, and exotic plants which included trees that reached up to 75 feet (23 meters) in height. These gardens were irrigated by a complex system of channels and pumps that lifted water from the Euphrates River to the top of the terraces. While the hanging gardens are often depicted as a series of terraced gardens built on raised platforms, some historians suggest that they might have been more like step terraces or even rooftop gardens. Despite the uncertainty surrounding their exact appearance and location, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon continue to capture the imagination of people around the world and remain a symbol of ancient engineering and horticultural prowess.
Number 3.
The statue of Zeus at Olympia was another of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. It was located in the sanctuary of Olympia in Greece, where the Olympic Games were held. The statue was created by the renowned sculptor Phidias around 435 BC. The statue was colossal in size, made of ivory and gold, and depicted the Greek god Zeus seated on a throne. It was approximately 12 meters, about 40 feet tall, and was considered one of the greatest achievements of ancient Greek art. Zeus was depicted in a majestic manner, holding a scepter in one hand and a figure of Nike, the goddess of victory, in the other. The throne itself was adorned with intricate carvings and decorations, adding to the grandeur of the statue. Unfortunately, the statue of Zeus at Olympia, like many of the other 7 wonders of the ancient world, was eventually lost to history. It was likely destroyed or damaged during the decline of the Greek and Roman civilizations, and today, only descriptions and depictions of the statue remain.
Number 4.
The Temple of Artemis at Ephesus was another one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. It was located in the ancient city of Ephesus, near present-day Selçuk in Turkey. The temple was dedicated to the Greek goddess Artemis, who was worshipped as the goddess of hunting, wilderness, and childbirth. The construction of the Temple of Artemis began around 550 BC and continued for several decades. It was designed by the architect Ctesiphron and his son Metisgenes. The temple was one of the largest and most elaborate structures of its time, measuring approximately 115 meters (377 feet) long, 55 meters (180 feet) wide, and supported by over 100 marble columns, each standing about 18 meters (60 feet) tall. The temple was adorned with beautiful sculptures and artwork, including reliefs depicting mythological scenes and statues of Artemis herself. It was also a center of religious activity and a site of pilgrimage for worshippers from all over the ancient world. Unfortunately, the Temple of Artemis was destroyed and rebuilt several times throughout its history, primarily due to fires, floods, and invasions. The final destruction of the temple occurred in 401 AD at the hands of a mob led by the Goth king, Alaric. Today, only a few scattered ruins remain at the site of the temple, but its legacy as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world endures.
Number 5.
The mausoleum at Halicarnassus was another of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. It was located in the city of Halicarnassus, which is now modern-day Bodrum in Turkey. The mausoleum was built around 350 BC as a tomb for Mausolus, the satrap of Caria, and his wife who was also his sister Artemisia II. The construction of the mausoleum was overseen by Artemisia II following the death of Mausolus in 353 BC. It was designed by Greek architects Satyros and Pythias, and it stood as a testament to their architectural prowess. The structure was adorned with intricate sculptures and reliefs, showcasing scenes from Greek mythology, battles, and other significant events. The mausoleum was a grand edifice, featuring a base adorned with 36 massive Ionic columns supporting a pyramid-shaped roof. At the top of the roof, there was believed to have been a sculpture group depicting Mausolus and Artemisia II riding in a chariot, surrounded by figures representing gods and goddesses. The term mausoleum originated from the name of this grand tomb, reflecting its monumental size and importance. Unfortunately, like many of the other 7 wonders of the ancient world, the mausoleum at Halicarnassus was damaged and eventually destroyed by earthquakes and the reuse of its materials in later construction projects. Today, only fragments of the original structure remain, but its legacy lives on as a symbol of ancient architectural and artistic achievement.
Number 6.
The Colossus of Rhodes was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. It was a gigantic bronze statue of the sun god Helios that stood at the entrance of the harbor of the island of Rhodes in Greece. The statue was erected around 280 BC to celebrate Rhodes' victory over an invading army. The Colossus was designed and constructed by the sculptor Chares of Lindos. It was said to have stood approximately 33 meters 108 feet tall, making it one of the tallest statues of the ancient world. The statue depicted Helios standing upright with 1 foot on each side of the harbor entrance, holding a torch aloft in one hand as a symbol of light and guidance. Despite its impressive size and craftsmanship, the Colossus of Rhodes stood for only a relatively brief period. It was toppled by an earthquake in 226 BC, just 54 years after its completion. The statue lay in ruins for centuries, and it is said that the remains were eventually sold off as scrap metal.
Number 7.
The Lighthouse of Alexandria, also known as the Pharos of Alexandria, was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. It was a towering structure located on the island of Pharos, just off the coast of Alexandria in Egypt. The lighthouse was constructed around the 3rd century BC during the reign of Ptolemy II Philadelphus. The Pharos was designed by the Greek architect Sostratus of Cnidus and was among the tallest man-made structures of its time, standing at an estimated height of between 100 to 140 meters 330 to 460 feet. The lighthouse served as a beacon for sailors, guiding them safely into the harbor of Alexandria with its bright light, which was fueled by a large fire at the top of the tower. The structure itself was a marvel of ancient engineering, consisting of 3 tiers, a square base, a middle octagonal section, and a cylindrical top housing the beacon. The Pharos was constructed primarily of limestone blocks, with a white marble exterior that gleamed in the sunlight. The Lighthouse of Alexandria was renowned throughout the ancient world for its size, beauty, and functionality. It served as a symbol of the prosperity and technological prowess of the city of Alexandria, which was one of the most important cultural and intellectual centers of the ancient Mediterranean. Unfortunately, like many of the other 7 wonders of the ancient world, the Lighthouse of Alexandria was eventually destroyed by a series of earthquakes over the centuries. Today, its ruins lie submerged underwater near the entrance to Alexandria's harbor, a reminder of the greatness of the ancient world.
Number 8. The Great Wall of China is one of the most iconic and impressive architectural feats in human history. It is a series of fortifications made of various materials such as stone, brick, tamped earth, wood, and other materials, stretching across northern China. The wall's construction began as early as the 7th century BC, but the majority of the existing wall was built during the Ming Dynasty 1368–1644 AD. The Great Wall was originally constructed to protect China from invasions by nomadic tribes from the north, such as the Mongols and the Xiongnu. It served as a defensive barrier, stretching over thousands of kilometers across rugged terrain, including mountains, deserts, and plains. The wall consists of multiple sections built at different times and by various dynasties. Some parts of the wall are well preserved, while others have deteriorated over time. The most famous sections of the Great Wall, such as those near Beijing, are popular tourist attractions, drawing millions of visitors each year. The Great Wall's significance extends beyond its defensive function. It has played a crucial role in China's history, culture, and identity, serving as a symbol of strength, perseverance, and unity. In 1987, the Great Wall was designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognizing its outstanding universal value and historical significance. Today, the Great Wall stands as a testament to the ingenuity and craftsmanship of the ancient Chinese people and remains one of the most recognizable and enduring symbols of China's rich cultural heritage. Number 9.
Petra is an ancient city located in present-day Jordan, famous for its stunning rock-cut architecture and its historical significance as a major trading hub in the ancient world. Founded by the Nabateans, an ancient Arab civilization, Petra flourished as a center of trade and culture from around the 4th century BC to the 2nd century AD. One of the most iconic features of Petra is its impressive rock-cut structures, including the treasury Al-Khazna, the monastery Ad-Dir, the royal tombs, and numerous temples, tombs, and dwellings carved into the rose-red sandstone cliffs. These structures are a testament to the architectural and engineering prowess of the Nabateans, who developed sophisticated techniques for carving and sculpting the rock. Petra's strategic location along trade routes connecting the Arabian Peninsula, Egypt, and the Mediterranean made it a thriving commercial center, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. The city's prosperity was built on its control of valuable trade routes, including those for spices, incense, silk, and other luxury goods. Despite its prominence, Petra eventually declined in importance after being annexed by the Roman Empire in the 1st century AD and later conquered by various empires. It was gradually abandoned and forgotten by the wider world until its rediscovery by Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt in 1812. Today, Petra is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of Jordan's most visited tourist attractions, drawing visitors from around the world to marvel at its breathtaking architecture, rich history, and stunning natural landscape. It continues to captivate the imagination of people with its blend of ancient mystery, architectural grandeur, and cultural significance.
Number 10.
It seems like you're referring to the famous statue of Christ the Redeemer Cristo Redentor in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. This iconic statue is one of the most recognizable landmarks in the world. Christ the Redeemer stands atop the Corcovado mountain overlooking the city of Rio de Janeiro. The statue was designed by Brazilian engineer Heitor da Silva Costa and sculpted by French artist Paul Landowski. It was constructed between 1922 and 1931 as a symbol of Brazilian Christianity. The statue stands at a height of 30 meters 98 feet including its pedestal, and its outstretched arms span 28 meters 92 feet. It is made of reinforced concrete and soapstone and weighs approximately 635 metric tons. Christ the Redeemer is not only a religious symbol but also a symbol of Brazilian culture and hospitality. It attracts millions of visitors each year who come to admire its grandeur and panoramic views of Rio de Janeiro. In 2007, Christ the Redeemer was named one of the new 7 wonders of the world in a global poll organized by the New 7 Wonders Foundation, further cementing its status as one of the most iconic landmarks on the planet.
Number 11.
Machu Picchu is indeed a UNESCO World Heritage Site and often considered one of the new 7 wonders of the world. This ancient Incan citadel, located in the Andes Mountains of Peru, is renowned for its breathtaking location and remarkable architectural achievements. Its precise purpose remains a subject of scholarly debate, with theories ranging from it being a royal estate for Incan emperors to a religious or astronomical site. Nevertheless, its cultural and historical significance, coupled with its stunning setting, make it a must-visit destination for travelers and a source of wonder for people around the world.
Number 12.
It seems you might be asking about the Mayan city of Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza was a large pre-Columbian city built by the Maya people of the Terminal Classic period. It is located in the northern center of the Yucatan Peninsula, in the municipality of Tinum, in the Mexican state of Yucatan. Chichen Itza included new 7 wonders. The archaeological site is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most visited archaeological sites in Mexico. Some of its most famous structures include the Temple of Kukulkan El Castillo, the Great Ball Court, and the Temple of the Warriors.
Number 13.
The Roman Colosseum was included new 7 wonders. Also known as the Flavian Amphitheater, is an iconic symbol of Imperial Rome. It is located in the city of Rome, Italy, and is one of the most famous and well-preserved ancient structures in the world. The Colosseum was constructed between AD 70 and AD 80 under the reign of Emperor Vespasian of the Flavian dynasty. It was initially called the Flavian Amphitheater, but over time it became known as the Colosseum due to its proximity to the Colossus of Nero, a massive statue nearby. The Colosseum was used for a variety of entertainment events, including gladiatorial contests, mock sea battles, animal hunts, and dramas based on classical mythology. It could hold up to 50,000 spectators and was a symbol of Rome's power and grandeur. Over the centuries, the Colosseum has faced significant damage from earthquakes and stone robbers, but it remains a significant historical and cultural site, drawing millions of tourists each year. It is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and efforts are being made to restore and preserve it for future generations.
Number 14.
The Taj Mahal New 7 Wonders is a magnificent white marble mausoleum located in Agra, India. It was built by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal, who died during childbirth. Construction began in 1632 and was completed in 1653, employing thousands of artisans and craftsmen. The Taj Mahal is renowned for its stunning architecture, which combines elements from Islamic, Persian, Ottoman, Turkish, and Indian architectural styles. Its main dome is flanked by 4 smaller domes, and the entire structure is surrounded by beautiful gardens and reflecting pools. Today, the Taj Mahal is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is considered one of the most iconic landmarks in the world. It attracts millions of visitors annually who come to admire its beauty and learn about its history.